Hello there, my beautiful, handsome, very healthy viewers. It's nice to really have you back. This is Dear Doctor Season 2. I am still Dr. George. Welcome back. And we are back. My name is still Dr. George, and this is Dear Doctor. As a matter of fact, in a few days' time, Nigeria will be turning 60. Yeah, you heard me right. This country will be a whopping 60 years old. I'm not here to discuss Nigeria as a country. But then, if Nigeria were to be a woman, I'm a doctor, I take care of women and reproductive functions. So if Nigeria were to be a woman, she would be in menopause right now. You heard me right, menopause. But then, if you compare Nigeria with several other countries out there, Nigeria is still a young chick, Ojare. The United States of America is over 200 years. They probably should be dead if they were to be female, but they aren't. Okay, so Nigeria is still a young chick, meaning that Nigeria would likely be having an early menopause. I pray they don't. Which brings us to the topic of menopause and early menopause. What is menopause? When is it early to have your menopause? What does it even imply? Well, if women menstruate all through their lives, just like men can produce semen all through their life, then there wouldn't be menopause. But by the time a woman is turning 45 or thereabouts, 50, 55, 60, like Nigeria would soon be, she would stop menstruating. You heard me right. And so that period is known as menopause. But if she begins to experience this shortage in menstruation and she isn't even 45 years, that's when we are talking about early menopause. I'm sure you understood that. So, what are the causes of early menopause? How do I know I'm getting into menopause? How do I even know that I am probably being challenged with an early menopause challenge? Okay, what can I do should I notice that I'm probably getting into early menopause? Okay, more so, how do I even know that what is coming is the actual menopause? I mean, if I'm as old as you said and I'm still seeing my period, hello, so what's going on? How do I confirm all these things happening around me? Okay, if I'm experiencing any of these things as you've described, what can I do if I'm getting into early menopause? Do I just give up on life and hustle it through? And maybe I'm not even married. What do I do? I understand all those concerns on your mind right now. Fear not. Dear Doctor will explain it all to you. The things you should do, the things you should watch out for, what to expect, and how you can get through this period. It's a natural phenomenon. It's not a disease. What I would consider a challenge is the early menopause. And so when we return from the break that is coming right now, I will explain to you every single thing you would want to know. And remember, you can reach us on the social media handles displayed on your screen right now. Feel free to ask us those questions and we will gladly handle them on this platform. Early menopause is a serious health challenge. So, in the first place, how do I know I am likely getting into early menopause? You would know if you're getting into early menopause if you have not been able to menstruate for up to 12 months and you are not even up to 45. That is early menopause knocking on your door. Even before it gets that bad, you must have noticed that you are having irregular menstruation. What do I mean? It comes this month, next month it doesn't come. The following month it comes and your cycle period begins to scatter. You expect it between so day to so day. It doesn't come on those days anymore. It delays, it comes too early. It just behaves like a bad child that you have to caution. That's when you know something is beginning to go wrong. You start getting heat flushes, unable to sleep at night, mood swings, those hormonal symptoms that usually disturb you sometimes during your ovulation and period, they keep coming often, and you're not even 45, maybe not up to 50, that's when you begin to bother about early menopause. Yes, you have to bother about that. Now, what could have caused this? I mean, I'm just an average girl living my life. Who did I offend? You didn't really offend anybody. There are some things that you may be doing that you didn't know could lead you to an early menopause. First of all is your lifestyle, and that includes smoking and alcohol. And yes, there's this one in the clubs these days, shisha. One day we'll take our time to talk about that snake-looking thing that young ladies and men like to puff through their mouth and noses. Anyway, those things are the things that can make you susceptible to an early menopause. Furthermore, there is a genetic predisposition to this. Yes, some persons have that genetic predisposition in their family. Their mother had it, their grandmother had it, and so there's a large chance that they also will fall into a very early menopause. Another group of persons are epileptic people. Yes, they have a huge predisposition to an early menopause. Basically, what happens with early menopause is that those ovaries aren't firing anymore. The eggs aren't there to be fertilized, and the hormones are drying up. I mean, you're a woman because of those hormones in your body. If I had those hormones, then probably, you know what I mean. Yeah, but I don't. I have a different set of hormones, so yeah, that's about it as well. So what I'm saying is, if those hormones are beginning to dry up, if they are not firing as they used to before, then there's a large chance you're tending towards an early menopause. Another huge issue is your thyroid. There's a group of glands here known as the thyroid gland. They play a huge role in the life of a woman. Now, if they are becoming more than they should do or weigh less than they should do, there's a problem. When you get to the hospital, the doctor is going to talk to you about a thyroid function test that will help us to determine what could be going on with you. Therefore, if you are experiencing any of these things, the first thing to do is not to carry all the abu in Lagos and drink. No. Please, always find it necessary to visit the hospital and see a doctor. In this case, you'll be seeing a gynecologist because you could be at the risk of infertility. I also understand that some persons at that age may not even have married and still would want to run a family with their spouse. So it's a very good reason to visit a doctor. The truth is that early menopause may not be completely recovered or reverted back to full-time menstruation and all that. Hormonal therapy can be started to ease the symptoms, but a complete reversal may not be obtained. Ta-da! We are back. Yeah, we've been talking about early menopause. Well, if you visit the doctor and this is the challenge that you have for which you visited the doctor, a number of tests will be done to ascertain your hormonal performance. The thyroid function test will be done like we've mentioned before. More importantly, I want you to focus on the lifestyle modifications we talked about. A lot of health conditions are associated with smoking and alcohol. It's something you need to understand that they have very severe consequences to your health. The earlier you begin to stop, the better for you, especially as a woman and of course as a man. I'll be glad to take your questions. Feel free to reach out to our social media handles displayed on your screen. My name is Dr. George and this is Dear Doctor. I'll see you on our next episode. Happy independence to Nigeria. And please don't go into menopause yet. A beautiful, fruitful nation that has a lot more to give to the world. Congratulations. Happy 60.